Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. In this video, we are going to discuss a case law on the strike or boycott by advocates. Two judges bench. Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul and Abhay Srinivas Okha. While dealing with the case of Messrs PLR Projects Private Limited versus Mahanadi Coalfields Limited and others in diary entry number 33859 by 2022 on 12/12/2022 held that vandalism even by advocates will not be tolerated. Put them in jail, that's all, then we'll come or we'll have talks. Previously, Supreme Court also warned them that they should end the so-called impasse by 30/11/2012, but it's being continued. Supreme Court has taken a very serious view. Basically, I've been telling you during my professional ethics classes that the advocates' profession, which is a noble profession, and the advocates are not expected to go on strike, boycott and other things, because it not only affects the judicial justice delivery system, but also the litigants will be put to irreparable loss. For example, in Mongol, we have got a culture of abstaining the courts on a particular day, when the death of a person or mourning. We call it as a condolence meeting. Suppose yesterday, an advocate by name Lakamatodi Sajjan Rao, he died. So a condolence meeting was held. After that, the judicial officers normally say that the court will be adjourned for 1 hour and it will open at 12 o'clock or so. But no lawyer will go there. At that time, what the petitioner has to do, if there is no representation from the lawyer, at least the plaintiff or the defendant should be present. If they are not present, the case will be adjourned, the case may be dismissed also. At that time, the petitioner has to himself go to the court and say that the lawyer is absent because of the condolence meeting. Such difficulty they are going to face. So that's why I told you a very famous case, ex-captain Harish K Uppal versus Union of India 2002, where the protest of strike by the advocates is highly deprecated by the Honorable Supreme Court of India, but still things are continuing. So this case is relating to Odisha, state of Odisha. Actually, the lawyers of Odisha state, they have been boycotting the courts. What for? For establishing a permanent bench in Sambalpur area. In Sambalpur area, they want a permanent bench of the Supreme Court. For that, they are agitating. Okay. And actually, the valuable judicial working hours were lost between 1st January 2022 TO2 39/2022. So this is the general scenario. So due to the strike for the separate bench, so the judicial working hours were lost. And at this juncture, the Honorable Supreme Court of India, they have interfered in 10th month on 14/11/2022 also. Yes. So 10th month and stated that, please remember, the advocates should resume their practice. They should actually be coming, they should be away from going on strike and others. But still, they did not care. Moreover, what happened is, please remember, on one day, the lawyers went upon the court premises and indulged into vandalism in the court premises due to as a part of their strike or permanent bench at Sambalpur. In this melee, please remember, the entire, most of the furniture has been lost, and also the virtual court systems or VC, you may be knowing, Blue Jeans, they will be taking up the cases through virtual mode. That is what is happening in the Corona period. They were also broken and entire court premises were damaged. So this is the main problem. So ultimately, the Registrar General of the High Court made a complaint and it was taken very seriously by the Supreme Court of India and asked the police to take action. Here, the inaction or the inaction by the police also is being commented by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. So, Supreme Court of India, particularly Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, he stated that access to justice is the foundation of the legal system. Not only litigants but also junior members of the bar, they will suffer a lot. Of course, we know the difficulties being faced by the junior advocates because if the day is not filled with the litigants, his earning capacity will be very much lessened. More than that, I don't want to tell you. But anyway, so the division bench held that the lawyers, the advocates, they are actually guilty of negligence as well as the content of the court also. Even though they were cautioned, even though they were alerted to be to dissociate with the so-called strike, but they still continued. So therefore, definitely there should be no. There should be no lenience in this connection. We'll put them in custody. If 1,000 people have to be arrested, 1,000 people, 1,000 lawyers have to be arrested, we don't care. So if this is what you do, we are not going to hear. If you involve in vandalism, we are not going to hear. First you have to go to jail. So this is the disturbing feature observed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India, particularly basing on the affidavit filed by the Registrar General and also the video enclosed. They felt disturbed. So therefore, they have written a letter also to the Bar Council of the concerned state. They have to explain as to what extent the licenses have to be suspended, whether any suspended or not, what action they have taken. They have written. Supreme Court has addressed the Bar Council also. So ultimately, Supreme Court stated that the lawyers lost their privilege. Police are expected to take action. Why police are making polite conversations with them? So we'll send the paramilitary force if necessary. We'll send the paramilitary force if necessary, if the police are unable to take the advocates into custody. Such is the serious situation. So, to conclude, I want to tell you that the advocates are not supposed to indulge in vandalism. They are not supposed to even to take part in the strikes and boycotts. But of course, everybody knows it. They will take it to some extent a lenient view. But if they resort to the so-called vandalism, rowdyism, damage, disturbance in the court premises, do you think that the judges are keeping quiet? They don't know anything. Yes, definitely they can take action. This is what is the serious action to be initiated by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. So all the advocates, please be alert. This is what I want to tell you. With this, I am concluding. Thank you very much.